Please. My name is Dr. Michael Stewart, and I serve as the Associate Vice President of Student Affairs here at Middle Georgia State University. As we prepare to begin our ceremony today, we ask your assistance in ensuring that the family member or friend that you are here to see gets the recognition that they have earned. The graduation procession will begin in a few moments and will be televised on the screens. Any guests not already seated at this time will be asked to remain where they are until the procession has concluded. After that time, standing guests will be allowed to go to their seats. We request that guests remain seated during the procession. A video recording will be available for you to share on our YouTube channel. Also, professional photographers are capturing still shots of your loved ones as they make their way into the venue. During the ceremony, all of our graduates look forward to hearing their name called as they cross the stage. So we do ask that you please limit your celebrations and hold your applause until the end. Then our provost will invite you to join him in offering your heartfelt congratulations to all of our graduates. On a related note, although we believe that all of our graduates are important, honor graduates who are receiving bachelor's degrees are recognized with a Latin phrase given after the reading of their name. Those who graduate cum laude, which means with honor, earned a grade point average of between 3.5 and 3.7. Those who graduate magna cum laude, which means with great honor, earned a grade point average of between 3.7 and 3.9. And those who graduate summa cum laude, or with highest honor, earned a grade point average of between 3.9 and 4.0. As a final sound-related request, we do ask that you check to see that you have silenced your cell phone at this time. And lastly, we request that when the ceremony ends, you exit the building promptly and proceed outside to continue the celebration with your graduates. So, with those preliminaries out of the way, we invite you to enjoy the fall commencement ceremony for Middle Georgia State University.
Please be seated. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. David Jenks, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs at Middle Georgia State University. It's an honor to welcome you to campus. Today, President Blake and I join with MGA faculty and staff, along with parents, relatives, friends, guests, and dignitaries to celebrate our fall 2023 graduating class. We extend our appreciation to all who have been involved in planning and preparing for today's commencement ceremony. Their efforts have made this a day you will remember for a long time. It is a special day as we celebrate the achievements of our graduates. To celebrate their accomplishments, we hosted 2 commencement ceremonies on campus today, with another 3 planned for tomorrow. These smaller ceremonies provide a personalized experience, ensuring that graduates can celebrate their achievements in a way that is both meaningful and memorable. As we gather today, it is also important to acknowledge the challenges and losses we have faced this year. I ask that we take a moment to pause and remember those who are not here with us today. If you direct your attention to the first row, you will see an empty chair draped in a black cloth. This chair represents the absence of our beloved students, staff members, and faculty who have passed away this past year. May their legacy inspire us to continue to make a positive impact in the world and to cherish every moment with those we love. Please join me in a moment of silence to honor their memories. Thank you. Today we celebrate commencement, a new beginning. For graduates, that may mean moving away from an area of comfort, leaving the spaces of learning, and possibly parting ways with close friends. This commencement marks the beginning of a new pattern of life, a new schedule, and a new set of responsibilities. However, before the candidates for graduation move on, let us all enjoy this commencement ceremony today and celebrate what has been accomplished. Let's take a moment to recognize just how far all of our graduation candidates have come while so much in life has changed over the course of their studies. Graduates, if you're the first in your family to graduate, please stand and remain standing. If you're a parent while being a student, please stand and remain standing. If you are or have been a first responder while being a student, please stand and remain standing. If you are active duty, armed forces, a veteran, or in a military family, please stand and remain standing. If you had to work full-time or part-time while taking courses, please stand and remain standing. If you're proud of the work you've done and are ready to receive your diploma, please stand and remain standing. Ladies and gentlemen, the fall 2023 class of Middle Georgia State University. Candidates, you've received a great deal of help getting to this point. This support has come from many people in your life, including your family, your friends, possibly donors of a scholarship, and members of the Middle Georgia State University community. Now let's take time to appreciate those who helped you get here today. Faculty members, please stand if you're able. The faculty at Middle Georgia State University have certified that all candidates have completed the requirements for their respective degrees. Their continuous support and dedication to higher education enable us all to be here today. Join me in thanking them with a round of applause. And remain standing. There are a few others who may have helped you on your journey. Any parents in the audience, please stand if you're able. Grandparents, please stand. Spouses and children, please stand. Siblings, extended family, partners, and friends, please stand. If you helped someone receiving a diploma today, Please know that we appreciate how important your support has been. Candidates, take a moment, look around, find your people. Think about those who couldn't be here today. Join me in a round of applause to honor those who helped you attain your goal of becoming a university graduate. And remain standing if you are, or everyone please stand. Next up, we have the singing of our national anthem by Mr. Omar Cherie Houston, a music major in our contemporary musicianship program.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Omar Cherie. Please be seated, everyone. Candidates, as you reflect on your educational journey here at Middle Georgia State University, it's important to recognize the significant impact that our donors have had on your experience. These wonderful individuals, who you may never know personally, have believed in your potential and supported our university generously through donations to the MGA Foundation. To our graduates, as you move forward in your careers, we hope that you will be active alumni, and we encourage you to consider how you can give back to help the knights coming behind you. At fall commencement, the student speaker is not a member of the graduating class, but rather the president of the Student Government Association, bringing you greetings on behalf of the students who will follow in your footsteps. The individual speaking you today is one of two students selected to represent the SGA. Willie Usher Jr. is pursuing a bachelor's degree in biology, pre-med. When he graduates from Middle Georgia State, Usher, an Atlanta resident, wants to continue his studies with a career goal of becoming an anesthesiologist. Currently, he serves as co-president of the Middle Georgia State's SGA, and his involvement in campus life extends beyond his leadership role. He is also an active member of the Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated, as well as the Brothers Reaching Out for Success, a recognized student organization whose mission statement is to enhance retention, progression, and graduation of African American males at Middle Georgia State University. It is my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Willie Usher Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty and staff, proud parents, and the graduating class of 2023, it is an honor to stand before you today as we celebrate the consummation of your educational journey. Graduation is not only a time of great joy and accomplishment, but also a moment to reflect upon your transformative power of your education. Welcome to Middle Georgia State University 2023 Commencement Ceremony. Throughout your academic years, we must reflect on the journey that brought upon us today in the exact moment. You have been exposed to a diverse range of subjects and perspectives, fostering critical thinking, creativity, and problem-solving skills. This comprehensive education equipped us with the tools necessary to navigate the complexity of this world beyond the classroom. And yet, I raise my hand to salute to you, because you overcome the late night studies, the pressure of taking exams, the crying, and the feeling I am today of not going to pass or not. Well, today you did it, and today is a very special day to represent your growth from where you started to you are now. And you should be extremely proud of what you accomplished. You should also celebrate the ones that gave you that extra push, whether that's friends, family, or any loved ones. However, the job is not done yet. Today is just the beginning of many things, big things, and I know each and every one of you will accomplish those things in the next chapter of your life. Whatever you do, don't forget the bigger picture. Make sure you treat yourself, be great, be perpetual, but most importantly, have fun. Congratulations to the class of 2023, and have a great day. Thank you.
I got off script there. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Chris Blake. I have the honor and the pleasure of serving as the president of Middle Georgia State University. It is my pleasure to say to each and every one of our graduates, this is a very special day, and we take great pride and joy in this day, as I know you do, and the folks that have supported and loved you and the people that have professionally worked with you join in that pride. So whatever happens, enjoy this day, because it's going to shape your life for the rest of your life. But at this point, it is my pleasure to introduce our fall 2023 commencement speaker. Mr. Don Avery, a fellow of the American College of Healthcare Executives, has served as president and CEO of Fairview Park Hospital in Dublin, Lawrence County since 2008. He is responsible for the management and day-to-day operations of the 190-bed facility there. During his tenure, the hospital has earned recognition and awards for safety and quality outcomes. It has successfully recruited more than 50 new physicians to the community. Before serving in this role, Avery was the CEO of Houston Orthopedic Hospital in Columbus, Senior VP at Columbus Regional Health System, and the COO at South Georgia Medical Center in Valdosta. After graduating from the United States Air Force Academy in Colorado Springs, Avery served in the Air Force as a pilot, instructor pilot, and operations officer for 6 years. He later enrolled in the University of Florida, earning master's degrees in business administration and also in health science. He is extensively engaged in his community, serving on and chairing multiple local boards and in his church as a deacon and teacher. He's actively involved with the American College of Healthcare Executives as a faculty member, and he is past member of its Board of Governors and Council of Regents. He is a past president and board member of the Georgia ACHE and a board member and chair-elect of the Alliant Health Group. He has also served as an adjunct faculty at Creighton University in Omaha, Nebraska in the Executive MBA program. He is past chair of the Board of Trustees of the Georgia Hospital Association. And on top of all that, I'm especially proud to say he is a member of the Middle Georgia State University Foundation and its incoming vice chair. So he's a wonderful civic person and a friend to this university. Please welcome our commencement speaker, Mr. Don Avery.
Well, thank you, Dr. Blake. I appreciate that. I hope you won't hate me that I went to Florida. I wanted to tell you how proud I am to be here. It's an honor to be here, and how I was looking forward to it. It was a very special day for me. I was home around lunchtime changing. I worked out early this morning and stayed in that gear and did a few things at work, and then went home and cleaned up and got all dressed up and had my wife help me pick out just the right suit and the right tie. I wear Christmas ties all through December. And we got all done, and she said, you know, you're going to wear a robe. And I said, no, I don't think they'll make me wear a robe. I'm not an academic person. And she goes, they're going to make you wear a robe. After 39 years, you'd think I'd remember that she's pretty much always right. And she was, once again. So underneath here, I've got a Christmas tie and a really nice suit. I want to commend you. I know they recognized you and everybody stood up, but we didn't get to stand up, David. You didn't let us stand up here. But I want to commend everybody for attending. I always encourage students, graduate students, whether it's high school or college or graduate school, go to your commencement. I think we should celebrate our accomplishments. We should celebrate our milestones. And these days, too many people don't do it. And here's what I would say. You'll never regret going, but you really might someday regret not going. So I commend you for being here. I'm sorry for the many that didn't come because I think they missed an opportunity to celebrate your accomplishment and do it with their classmates. So I want to, once again, say congratulations. Congratulations to all of you, regardless of your background. But so many of you have jobs. Some of you are married. Some of you have kids. Some of you are veterans and first responders. By the way, we always talk about first responders. I love them, work with them very closely. Do you know who the first responders really are? Parents. Parents are first responders. So you guys are the ones that are there. You may have to call an ambulance or another first responder, but you're there. And you guys wouldn't be here tonight without them. So kudos to the parents. You have chosen your profession well. The majority of you are healthcare people. I know there's some students, some teachers. Some of you will be teachers perhaps, but mainly you're in healthcare, and you have chosen well. If there is a secure industry today, it's healthcare. It is probably the only industry during COVID that didn't shrink. It obviously grew. In the future, as our population ages, there will be more and more people with needs. And the reality is it's a growth industry. The only healthcare workers not working today are those that don't want to, or they've retired. But there will always be jobs, there will always be work. And know this, you will have many, many options available to you. If I were to ask each of you why you chose this career, you probably have a story. There's probably something specific. You probably had some experience with healthcare yourself or a family member or a loved one. But many people, in fact, I would say most people that get into healthcare do so because of a story, because there's some specific reason, something that kind of led you that direction. And so we have a story. I certainly never thought I would end up in healthcare. Nobody in my family has ever been in healthcare, although today I've got two sisters that are in healthcare, and so they kind of went that direction as well. But ever since I was a little boy, all I wanted to do was fly. My dad was a pilot, my grandfather. It's a kind of a family heritage, not for a living, but where a lot of people hang out and go fishing and hunting on the weekends. We went to the airport, and I got at the airport. I was very fortunate to go to the Air Force Academy. I got my pilot's license when I was 18. I was blessed to be able to become an Air Force pilot, and everything was pretty much going as I planned for a while. Shortly after I got out of pilot training, I was stationed at Tyndall Air Force Base in Panama City, Florida. I was home on leave. I'm from Peoria, Illinois originally. And I had these lumps in my neck. Didn't think much of it, but my dad thought I should go see a doctor anyway. And it turned out I had Hodgkin's lymphoma. Wow, a pretty big showstopper for me. I saw myself as this young, cocky, immortal Air Force pilot with my hair on fire. And suddenly I was told I had cancer. And everything changed. I spent the next 3 months, a little 3.5 months, as an inpatient in a hospital. And then the next 4 months after that, I was an outpatient getting treatments. I was grounded as a pilot for a little over 2 years. And the future was pretty uncertain. My faith certainly carried me through that. I got to interact with a lot of healthcare professionals, and it really did change my life. So why do I tell you this? What difference does this make to you today as a graduate at Middle Georgia? Well, I would say this. kind of bold, maybe a little arrogant, a little cocky, but I think it has everything to do with your graduation today, and I'm going to tell you why as we go. But I want to give you just a few specific points. I always say nobody remembers everything. I'm going to give you 3 points. I'm going to tell you what they are. I'm going to tell you again. But I think if you think about what I'm going to say, it will significantly impact the way you do your jobs. I hope it does. First of all, you're going to have patience. You may not see it that way, but you got into this profession. Many of you are nurses. Some of you are respiratory therapists and people in rehab. Some of you may go on to medical school or whatever you're going to do, but you're going to be in healthcare. You're going to have patients, and you have to connect with your patient. You need to connect with their families. And there's different ways to do that. They've got a story too. Your patients have a story. I mentioned earlier that you have a story. Many of us get into healthcare because we have a story. The patients have a story. You know, the story might be why they're there. You may find out something about their background, but you connect with them. It's very important to do that. Ask them questions. Ask them about the family. You need to get them to relax. Nobody really wants to be a patient. They need to know that you care about them. You may know a lot about healthcare, but they really don't care what you know until they know that you care. They don't really care how much you know. They kind of assume that, but they really do care how much you care. And you can make a difference in someone's life. I think back to those experiences, those first few days after I kind of came out of the shock of being told I had cancer. I got admitted to a hospital, and I'm this, what I used to think was this cocky, immortal pilot with his hair on fire. Now I wasn't quite so cocky. I was scared. My hair wasn't on fire, and I was lost. And I was alone because they took me to a hospital far away from where my family was. And so there I am all by myself. And it was people, it was healthcare workers that made a difference. I remember getting admitted, and this lady, the phlebotomist, I didn't even know what a phlebotomist was. I'm not even sure I could say it. And she said, I need to take your blood. And I'm thinking, why do you need my blood? We already know I got cancer, so we should be good. And so she sits down and she takes my arm. She's very kind, has some nice words. I couldn't look. I kind of turned away as she's taking my blood. After a few weeks, I think I could have taken my own blood, but that first encounter, I was scared. I thought it was going to hurt. She told me she was all done, and I said, oh, I didn't realize we had started. She was just really great. Then there was the nurse that took me to the oncology ward, the hospital I was in, multi-story hospital in San Antonio, Texas. I was, like I said, I was active duty Air Force. And they took me to this oncology ward, where the whole floor were cancer patients. And so I go into my room, and there's 4 other patients. There's 5 beds in this room. And I walk by, there's this kid, kind of looked like he was college age here, right next to the door, and then there was old guys over here. And then the only healthy stud guy was me, and I'm going to my room. I'm at my bed, and I'm thinking, gosh, I've never been in a hospital at all, but certainly not with 5 people in my room. And so I asked this nurse, I said, what's wrong with that guy over there talking about this kid? She said, oh, he's got Hodgkin's. So now I went from scared to death, because he literally looked like he was close to death. And actually, while I was there, he did pass. She said, oh, he's got really bad Hodgkin's. Yours isn't that bad. So she's trying to comfort me, and that's what healthcare workers do. They try and comfort their patients. Well, after that, then the intern, the physician intern comes in to do my history and physical. It's a female, probably just barely older than me. I've never had a female doctor. I was a pretty naive kid anyway, and so I guess she was going to do this physical, and so she did, and she was great. She was very kind. She explained things. Then after I had pretty major surgery, respiratory therapist came in and taught me how to breathe again and told me, you got to do these breathing treatments. And again, very compassionate. A PT taught this college athlete how to do exercise in the bed and next to the bed, because I really could hardly walk. So I'm in this journey in a place that I don't understand, having things done to me that I don't understand. And the people made such a difference. There was a chaplain that came to see me. There was other staff that I got to know. But it's the people like you that made a difference to me, and that fear began to go away. They made a difference in my life. One nurse in particular, I had to have a spinal tap. This doctor comes in, we need to take some of your spinal fluid, and he has a needle about this long. Maybe it was this long, but it was a big needle. And I mean, I've got tears in my eyes. I'm a long way from that, cocky pilot now. I'm this scared kid, and they're going to stick this needle in my back, and I am literally shaken. And this nurse was amazing. She holds my hand, and you got to roll over on your side. You're kind of in the fetal position. I see some nods. Some of you know what this is. And she said, "You're going to be okay, Don." And she literally hugged me. And my knees were on her abdomen, and I got through it because of her. I remember nothing about the doctor. I remember nothing about anybody else, but that nurse cared for me and got me through that. Nothing clinical she did. She just cared for me. My point to you is you need to connect with patients. And there's a lot of ways to do that. Maybe you got a patient, for a week or two. Maybe it's just that one encounter, a respiratory therapist doing a treatment, or a phlebotomist drawing blood, or a radiology tech, doing an image. But you have to connect with them. Your patients are likely scared. They certainly are unfamiliar with our world, and they don't speak our language. And by the way, don't do all the healthcare, talk around them, because most of them don't understand it. And they definitely don't want to be there. This isn't going to the mall or to the bar or to your favorite restaurant. They don't want to be there. Again, they want you to show them that you care for them. They're people first, just like you are. All right, first, connect with your patients. Second, embrace this profession. And this applies whether you're a teacher, whether you're a bus driver, whether you're a mechanic. Embrace it. But we're talking about healthcare. Embrace healthcare. Whatever specific career you're choosing in this, embrace it. Love it. Own it. Commit to it. This is the profession you've chosen. It's healthcare. To me, it's the most exciting and important profession that there is today. I apologize to the professors, but I really believe that. Of course, most of you are in healthcare. You're teaching it. We get to serve others. My job is to serve others. For me, it's mainly employees, but we get to serve people. We get to care for them. We get to love them. And by the way, caring certainly has, by definition, a clinical component to it. There's no question. So we care for patients clinically. We provide them care. But we also must care with our hearts. And by every single person, and of course, my world's a hospital, but we have a chance we impact in some way healthcare and the care of patients. But we need to care for them and love them and care for them. And believe me, they know. Patients hardly can tell whether you do a good job clinically. I mean, if we really did a poor job, they'd probably know it. But, we go and do an image, they don't know if it was right. They don't even know if that bag that's on the, they got an IV run to them is the right medicine. They assume it is. But what they do know is if you care for them. They do know if you take the time to listen, explain to them what's going on. Serving means you put them first. We have to take care of ourselves. But when we're on the job taking care of people, we need to take care of them, and they're first. We need to explain things to them in terms that they can understand. We need to explain to them what's going to happen, what to expect, how long their wait's going to be, whatever it might be. Don't assume they already know. Even if somebody just, that you work with are just in there, don't assume they already know. In fact, assume they don't know, or they didn't understand what the last person told them. Don't ever underestimate the why. Patients want to know why. You want to know why. Patients want to know why. So, connect with your patients. Embrace this profession that you've chosen. And finally, never forget your story. There are times when I get discouraged. Talk to people who know me, not very often. I'm a pretty upbeat guy, but sometimes I get discouraged. I was diagnosed with cancer again last year, and I was in my office, and my assistant came in, and she goes, "You okay?" And I said, "Geez, I've already done this once, you know. I shouldn't have to do it again." She goes, "You've been such an example to people here. You know, you're going to be fine. You're going to whatever." And the reality is, yeah, you do it again. You face whatever you face, and there's an awful lot of people who are going to love me through this. But I will tell you that my story influences me every single day. My story, my experience as a patient has informed everything I do. And to me, this profession isn't just a job. It's not even my career, it's my calling. And I hope you will see healthcare that way. And again, my story informs me, and I think about oftentimes the experience I had as a patient, and it helps me understand a patient better. My time in the hospital, I got to know the employees a lot, and I asked them what it's like. And so that experience informed me what it's like to be what you're about to do. This job is hard. It can be really hard. It can be frustrating and exasperating. It's certainly going to be challenging and demanding, and sometimes it can be heartbreaking. But most of the time, and this is really important, most of the time working in healthcare is exhilarating and it's exciting. It's incredibly rewarding. You might be there on the first day of somebody's life, and you might be there on the last day of their life. Two quick stories. First of all, several years ago, I had never seen a baby born before. My wife and I weren't able to have children, and we've adopted children, and so our kids are adopted. So I'd never seen a baby born. The nurses found out that I had never witnessed birth, and they were like, "Come on, Don, you got us." So they stopped one of the doctors. "Hey, can Don watch this delivery coming up?" And he said, "Well, I don't mind, but family might know, you know." And this lady was like, "Yeah, sure." And she was probably on something, but she let me in there. And so I go in there. I'm in the delivery room, and I'm standing way back. I'm like a little wigged out. And so the doctor delivers the baby, and it's awesome. It was unbelievable. And I said to him later, I said, "Man," I said, that was awesome. I said, "But for you, it was like it was your first kid, first time you delivered." And this guy's delivered probably over 10,000 babies. He said, "Well, for her, it was her first time." And that just gets me so excited. So this guy's like in his 60s, and he still delivers babies. That's how much he loves what he does. And so I got to be there and see this kid on her first day, and the mother and her excitement and holding her baby afterwards. I'll never forget that. A couple years ago, I was making rounds at the hospital, and usually I check in at the nurse's station and say, "Hey, anybody that would be good for me to see or not see or whatever," but I didn't. I was just wandering. And so I walked into his patient's room, knocked on, introduced myself, came in and sat down. There was a gentleman in the bed. He was sleeping. A lady sitting down in the windowsill. A lot of people sit in the windowsills, right? You see that? And so I sat down in the chair next to her, and I said, "How's your husband doing?" Completely oblivious. And she said, "We think this is his last day. We expect he's going to die today." And I was kind of whoops. I'm pretty good on my feet. And I just said, I reached over and I held her hand and I said, "I'm so sorry." I said, "How long have you been married?" She told me it was 60-something years. And I said, "Wow, what a life of memories." I said, "You have children?" She said, "Yes. I've got, however many children, however many grandchildren, and however many great-grandchildren." And I'm tearing up, I'm saying, "Wow, what an incredible life." And she said, "It has been an amazing life, and we've been married all this time." And I said, "Can I just pray for you?" I don't always do that. I've done it before. I just held her hand, and I prayed for her and her husband and their family, and just wished her well. and left. Probably in there for 5 or 6 minutes. And I didn't think much of it. A nurse had observed this, and she goes, wow, that was pretty cool. And I said, that's what we do, isn't it? About a year later, I run into this lady. She goes, you may not remember me. I said, actually, I do. And she said, you made such a difference. So I'm telling you, if I can make a difference as a hospital administrator, think what you can do as a clinician, as a healthcare provider. But we make a difference in people's lives. We get to be there for some of the most amazing times in someone's life, some of the most difficult times in someone's life, someone who's having a major operation where the outcome's not known, someone who is in the ER and they certainly don't want to be in the ER. Or it may be some young kid who thinks he's a hot pilot and you're going to take his blood and he's really scared. But you get to impact people's lives in a way that others don't. How great is that? I mean, how great is that to be able to serve others and care for others? People think, oh gosh, you were an Air Force pilot, how cool is that? And you got to fly, jets, and you could have been a commercial pilot. I said, man, am I glad I didn't go that route. So a pilot, think about this, an airline pilot, you might see him before the flight, but you're taking off, you're climbing out of 10,000 feet, and they say, hello, this is Captain Avery. We're climbing through 10,000 feet. Our final altitude will be 35,000 feet. We're headed to Denver today. It's 75 degrees and cool and sunny in Denver. Settle back and enjoy the flight. And then you land, and the people are leaving. You say, have a good day. Thank you for flying Delta. Can you imagine, and you just got a glimpse of me, that's the only words I get to use? I need more interaction, more people contact. Plus, when I think about healthcare and the impact we can have on people's lives every day, I've been doing this now for over 30 years, and I still love it. Probably more importantly, I love the people with whom I get to do it. It's so great. It's remarkable to me that I still love it. So back to my original story. This experience that I had as a patient led me down this path, down this direction. And I think, again, as I said earlier, about those people that invested in a scared 23-year-old pilot who was told he had cancer, and they invested and probably had no idea the impact they were making on me. But they made a huge impact, an impact that continues today as I do my job every day. And so in closing, I just want to remind you that you must connect with your patients. I bet you'll never forget that. Connect with your patients. I hope that you never, ever lose the wonder and excitement and passion for this profession you chose, for healthcare, for serving others. And again, never, ever forget your story. And there'll be times when you're frustrated and you go, this is worth it, I'm going to go do something else. Remember your story. Remember why you got into this profession. Remember why you chose to do what it is you're doing. As you graduate today and finish this is a huge milestone. In case you don't know that, I'm telling you, this is a huge milestone. High school is nothing. This is a big deal. As you finish this and prepare to enter the workforce, I pray that you would do it with all the passion and determination and commitment that you can muster every day. And remember, depend on each other too when you're out there working together. By the way, as an aside, I understand that about 80% of MGA graduates stay in Middle Georgia. And those of you going to eventually work in hospitals, you should know that the finest hospital in Middle Georgia is Fairview Park Hospital in Dublin, Georgia, and we have jobs available. Can I do that? But you should know that. Congratulations again. May God bless each of you and your families. I wish for you the very best. Merry Christmas and happy holidays, and God bless you.
Thank you, Don. That was inspirational. I don't think I've ever had a commencement speaker call me out for not having the platform party stand, but I'll figure out how to work that into the next ceremonies. On behalf of the Middle Georgia State University faculty, it is my honor to congratulate the Fall 2023 graduates on this special occasion. Commencement is a time of recognition of your academic accomplishments, so we join your family and friends in celebrating your success. Graduates, are you ready to cross the stage? And now, assisting with the presentation of degree candidates, our President Blake, the academic deans, our registrar, Ms. Angie O'Neill, and our commencement caller, Dr. Jennifer Brannon.
I'm Jennifer Brannon, Vice President for Student Affairs here at Middle Georgia State University. It's my pleasure to call forth each of the graduates participating in today's ceremony. Candidates for undergraduate degrees in the School of Health and Natural Sciences, please come forward by row when directed to receive congratulations from Dean Underwood, Provost Jenks, and President Blake. Theophilus Ampiful, magna cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Bachelors of Science in Biology. Ngozi Anyewo, Bachelor of Science Biology. Matthew L. Schaff, Biology. Brooklyn E. Thomas, Biology. Aaron Ali, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. Temitope Anthony, Nursing. Abigail Mackenzie Kim, Nursing. Tiffany Tarnice Barnes, BS in Nursing Completion. Ashley Danielle Brown, Nursing. Brittany A. Brown, Nursing. Chesney Simone Carroll, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Nursing. Troy Carroll, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Nursing. Cassie Marie Carter, Nursing. Emily Welch Chancellor, Nursing. Olivia S. Channel, Nursing. Alicia Lamara Collins, Nursing. Christina D. Cook, Nursing. Lindsay Fisher, Nursing. Casey Ann Flanders, Nursing. Alexis B. Gates, Nursing. Be careful. Shanisha Nikayla Gilmore, Nursing Completion. Ansley Renee Glover, Nursing. Ariana Green, nursing. Alyssa Faith Harden, nursing. Lainey Holt Templeman, nursing. Chantel Marie Huff, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, nursing. Brock Ivy Halsey, nursing. Chelsea M. Halsey, nursing. James W. Hunter, nursing. Deja Elise Nicole Engel, nursing. Kambalina Johnson, nursing completion. Natasha Sun Killian, nursing. Laura D. King, nursing completion. Andrea Law, nursing. Bryn M. Melvin, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, nursing. Sarah Gloria Montijo, nursing. Alyssa Sanaya Mountain, nursing. Mason V. Wynn, nursing. Emanuela Onye Jaqued, nursing. Agnes Perry, nursing. Desiree Acebus Peterson, nursing completion. Jacqueline L. Pina, nursing. Lauren Nicole Przinski, nursing. Casey Gordon Reeves, nursing. Charlotte Ann Sawyer, summa cum laude, President's List Scholar, nursing. Savannah Shank, nursing. Morgan Taylor Harrison Sellers, nursing. Colin Audie Sig, nursing. Jonathan R. Sorrell, magna cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, nursing. Britley L. Sutherland, nursing. Mary Catherine Stewart, nursing. Amber Taylor, nursing. Olivia Tifo, nursing. Shelby Renee Watson, nursing. Courtney Nicole Williamson, nursing. Brooke Ashley Isolda, nursing. LaDeja M. Adams, Bachelor of Science, Rehab Science. I don't want him to be here. Riley Edge, Rehabilitation Science. Madison C. Fordham, Rehabilitation Science. Chesney B. Belche, Larkin, Rehabilitation Science. Caitlin E. Linville, Rehabilitation Science. Deani D. Marsh, Rehabilitation Science. Kayla B. Martin, Rehabilitation Science. Shaylin E. Patterson, magna cum laude, President's List Scholar, Rehabilitation Science. Emma E. Rollerson, magna cum laude, President's List Scholar, Rehabilitation Science. Caleb A. Sarpong, Rehabilitation Science. Virginia S. Whaley, cum laude, Dean's List Scholar, Rehabilitation Science. Nicole Adler, President's List Scholar, Respiratory Therapy. Jasmine Teague, Associate of Science, Health Sciences. Ali Ahmed, Associate of Science in Nursing. Orlando T. Brown, Nursing. Tiana Brown, Nursing. Tyler Burton, Nursing. Ashley Brooke Castillo, Nursing. Portia Renee Clark, Nursing. Caitlin C. Daniels, Nursing. Demarcus Davis, Nursing. Courtney Flippin, Nursing. Zoe Ford, Nursing. Arlia Purcell Foster, Nursing. Ashley Garrett, Nursing. Christian Jordan Hand, Nursing. Emily Morgan Jones, Nursing. Doree Danielle Kitchens, Nursing. Michaela L. Lee, Nursing. Malaysia Chambray McLean, Nursing. Shronda Monet McKiver, Nursing. Lauren Palumbo, Nursing. Casey Michelle Power, Nursing. Betsy J. Risch, Nursing. Charles F. Shepard, Nursing. Tara A. Stegman, Nursing. Courtney Thompson Tanner, Nursing. Michaela Underwood, Nursing. Wesley Jake Weatherington, Dean's List Scholar, Nursing. You take these? Yep. That's it.
President Blake, on behalf of the faculty, I proudly present these candidates who have now satisfied all requirements for graduation and ask that you confer upon them their respective degrees.
Okay, graduates, we have come to a moment where very shortly I shall say a few words, but those few words signify a change in your life which continues for the rest of your life. So those few words will account for many, many happy and prosperous and productive years. That is my prayer. Before we do that, you are all health professional experts, so you'll understand this better than the previous ceremony. I have just shaken hands with about 300 of you, which means that you have shaken hands with about 300 of each other. So what you should do is not rush out and get a donut and put it straight in your mouth. What should you do first? Wash your hands or use the sanitizer. Do not put your hands near your mouth at this point. What you can do for me is to make sure, I can't show you because this is actually sewn into my cap, but for now I want your tassel on the right side. I hope, really important in health profession, you know the difference between the left side and the right side. On the right side, I want your tassel on the right side of your cap. And there's one other very small thing I want to say, and that is, not only have we thanked and honored all these people in this room, the faculty, the staff, and your supporters, your loved ones, your families, and your friends, but I know, because I see how hard they work, that many people who care about this ceremony and care about your accomplishment have worked so hard in preparing for this ceremony, in staging it today, and later making sure that you are able to leave safely and go on and celebrate your occasion. I would like us all to give a round of applause to our staff who have worked to make this one of the best. So, graduates, please stand. And these are those words. By the authority vested in me by the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, I hereby confer upon each of you the degree or certificate you have so diligently pursued with all the rights and the responsibilities thereunto appertaining. Congratulations! And as you now transition, and I want your cap back on, I still want your tassel on the right side for now, for just a few seconds longer. We are going to celebrate this moment with a Middle Georgia tradition. And to help us do that, we welcome back alumni and alumni who once sat in your chairs and had a degree conferred upon them. They're going to help us now with the tradition of moving the tassel. Will you welcome back our alumni from over here? Come on in, folks. Welcome back, and thank you for your help today. What these great ambassadors of Middle Georgia are about to do is, first of all, say hello to the people in front of you. It's kind of friendly, do that. And I'm going to count down, and in a moment, they are going to take the tassel on the cap of the person in front of them, and they are going to move it to the left. And it will, for the rest of your life, whenever you wear academic regalia, maybe every 3 or 4 days, I don't know, you will wear the tassel on the left. People on the front, I want you then to turn around. I want you to say hello to the people behind and do that. And we will confer the graduation tassel ceremony on each other. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2023. Please be seated. You may be seated. And like my colleague and friend Don up here, I get a couple of moments of words of advice to you from the other end of the career, the career path. Our faculty and staff have sought the best in you, and you have honored that. You've lived up to it. And those in this room have also believed and helped, and in many cases supported you financially. And at this point, you are now in a transition. You move on from Middle Georgia. Some of you will continue careers, some of you will go into new careers, and a few of you will come back to Middle Georgia State into our graduate program. Whatever you do next, today established an enduring relationship because as of today, you are an alum of this institution. That is a special and enduring relationship. We will always take pride in you, and we hope that you will take pride in this institution, its faculty, staff, and other students, and what they signify about your accomplishment. And I do have one request. You have knowledge and skills, and we wish you to go out and develop your own personal career. Embrace the profession, as Mr. Avery said. But at the same time, it is your responsibility to use your knowledge and your credential for the good of others. You are in a caring profession. We need caring professionals. Your degrees are granted to empower not only yourselves, but also the common good. That is the significance of this ceremony. It's about sending you forth. And at this time, it's my pleasure to introduce to you a song which speaks to that, our alma mater. It's a tradition and a song that we created when we became a state university. Would you please at this point direct your attention to the video screens and enjoy a performance of our alma mater sung on behalf of you, the graduating class, by the MGA Chamber Singers under the direction of Dr. Rebecca Lanning.
Through the rolling hills of Georgia, in the heart of the great beach state, we build our future-shaping lives. The quest is ours to take, with boundless possibilities and the lessons of the past. We sons and daughters of MGA, our friendships ever last. We knights of truth and honor, with knowledge as our sword, we raise our voices loud and clear, our hearts at MGA.
We extend our best wishes to you. We are grateful that you chose Middle Georgia for your education. There are many fine institutions. We strive to be one of the finest, and we hope for the rest of your lives you will be proud of that choice. I would ask everyone in the room that during the recessional they wait until our graduates have been dismissed before they are dismissed. It is with that that I wish you the very best for the season, for the new year, and for your life ahead. We look forward to our relationship with our new alumni. Ladies and gentlemen, graduates, I now pronounce that these commencement exercises are concluded. Godspeed.